Well, as far as things go, I suppose my first rallycross in my $300 rally car could have gone worse. The car is, after all, still in one piece, but it also could have gone a lot better. Firstly, my day was cut short to just 3 runs when my seatbelt jammed up.
That kind of kills it.
And then I got home and my camera's been a little bit funky because it got full of dust from how much of a ridiculous dust bowl it was at that event. And just for giggles, let's see if the problem has resolved itself. Nope. No, that's still completely stuck. Fortunately though, I have a solution to the seatbelt thing, not the camera thing. That'll just hopefully work itself out on its own. It's a brand new seatbelt from eBay, because that sounds safe. Yeah, so as it turns out, you can just buy 3-point seatbelts on eBay, and that's what most people do in these cars. The only downside is that I have to replace the receiver, because unlike the Geo Tracker, I think it was, used seatbelt that's in there now, this does not just plug into my existing receiver. So I have a new receiver, I have some nice shiny hardware that I won't be using probably, and then see some random plastic covers that I also won't be using because beauty, yeah, this is not a beauty contest. And then we have the important part, the part that failed on mine, which is the spool. This is not a breakaway belt. This is not meant for use with airbags, which is good because I don't have one. And what I mean by that is a lot of seat belts have a section that is sort of folded like this and stitched together, and that's designed to, the seatbelt will catch you and then that will tear and let you come a little bit further forward into the airbag. It's a multi-stage system. Hi, hon. It's a multi-stage system, but if you don't have an airbag, that just has the effect of catching you and then letting you hit the steering wheel anyway, which is less than ideal. I think this does have a built-in inertial catch. Yep, caught and then released. Nice. So this works perfectly, and it's got a mounting hole and all that sort of garbage, and this part that goes up on the B-pillar. So installation should be incredibly straightforward. There's no way this can possibly go wrong. I'm losing light. Let's get to work. Yeet. Huh, there must be some sort of standard for the size of this hardware. It's all the same. And then there's some nice plastic little retainy boys, so I can just create a sandwich like that, and that's now just gonna stay there. It won't fall out while I'm trying to maneuver this into place, which is a very nice touch. Did I mount this backwards? Oh, I did. It's supposed to go in like this. That makes, oh wait, is it? Oh, it does work. Okay, yes, that all works. Does this go up here? Yes. Ooh, nice. Well, that's all well and good, but now I have this to contend with. And it looks like that is going to require a wrench. Gross. Lucky me, I have a ratcheting wrench that should fit perfectly. Wow, that is on there. I guess, does it go where this thing goes? I'm gonna have to take the seat out to figure that one out. And here's what we ended up with. We have a nice, luxurious, black, and already dusty seat belt that goes into this latch right over here, which goes and is bolted down with the seat rail. I looked it up and apparently that's how people do it. But the important question is, does it work? Let's find out. Yeah, works pretty well. Does it retract? Better than any of the other cars in my fleet, of course. Well, that is one problem handily taken care of. Now, on to the next one, and may I direct your attention to this screwdriver. Now, for the past, since I got this car, and for probably a while before that, this flathead screwdriver has served as the car's ignition because the actual lock cylinder is, well, missing in action. As you can see, there's not even really anything in there for the screwdriver to action against. You just kind of jam it onto the smooth metal, make your own grooves in it, and twist and pray, and it's a pretty awful system. The other thing that's pretty awful is that you cannot replace that ignition switch. You have to replace the entire steering column. It's just a part of it, and you can't buy it separately anyway. So looks like we're doing something else. Fortunately, it is really easy to get to the back of it here, so I might just make my own ignition. Well, I've discovered a couple things. This wire here is my hot, and when I go from here to here, I get some sort of click. Oh, the dashboard lights up, that's it. So that lights up the dash, and this, I don't know what I did have it, what the hell? Did I blow a fuse? I bet I blew a fuse. Crap. Long story short, the ignition switch exploded. All these pieces down here, I have no idea what does what, and I ended up with a whole bunch of wires dangling down. Now, I did download a Ford Festiva wiring diagram and a service manual, but it showed completely different colors than this, and a different amount of wires. Like, I've got 3 wires here identified. The yellow, I mean, these are my colors. The yellow wire here is a constant 12 volt from the battery. The red wire here is EC, well, car on, really. It turns on the whole car, and this cranks the engine. So apply power to that one, and then that one, and the car starts. The rest of these, I have absolutely no idea. This one here, no, wait. Yeah, I think this one here, if I tap power to it, a fan comes on in the engine bay. I have no idea what that's supposed to do. Because then if I turn on the rest of the car with this red wire, the fan turns back off. So, yep, complete mystery there. And then I've got wiring here to go to a switch panel. I need to go buy the switches and actually make the panel. I was going to try and put them in these like blank out panels here, but they're totally just... There's a whole bunch of garbage going on. Like that would take a lot of engineering to make that work, and I am not feeling like putting actual effort into this. This is real Jake hours here. We're doing this quick and also dirty. Very dirty. I mean, look how dusty it is in here. It's ridiculous. Do you ever get really deep into a project that you thought was going to be quick, easy, and simple, and realize that it's actually a big, disgusting mess, and what you've created is not only an affront to nature, but to humanity itself? Yeah, me neither. Anyway, here's my switch panel that I made out of the drip tray off of my E46. It was destroyed, so I cut it up and got some material, and also these 2 switches from O'Reilly's. Let's see, it actually goes like this. You switch this one on, and then push this button, and that should start the car. So now we just have to wire this up. It's all ring terminal stuff, and I've got some crimp on ring terminals, the proper size for this wire gauge, and these are also rated for like 35 amps a piece, so these are definitely adequate for my purposes. Now I've got to figure out how to wire and mount this, but let's wire it first and give this thing a test before, you know, installating it. Look at this fanciness. This is probably the most correct thing I've done this entire project. Heat shrink ring terminals. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I gotta say, I was a little bit worried for a second, but now I'm still worried. Yellow is the hot wire coming in and going to the switch for the power, and then splitting off, looping around and coming back to the starter button. So if I flip the switch, we get dash lights, then clutch in. Look at that. And then we have headlights and stuff work. Turn signals. Wonder if my blower works. It does not. So that one. So one of those other wires. Oh, I bet the accessory wires is all the stuff like the heater, which I don't need. So that. Oh my gosh, I love it. So now I just need to shove that there and attach it somehow super proper and correct. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Jake, is that a drill adapter on a Milwaukee M18 half-inch impact? Yes, yes it is. I'm not apologizing. Well, 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 we can say goodbye to the old key and hello to the new key, which is just as jank and somehow probably more dangerous, but it's more race car. And now before we wrap this up, let's just give it one more shot. Here we go. Yeah. Thanks for watching.